There is an AI commenting problem on LinkedIn and it's ruining your reputation. Look at these. One post, 3 comments, back to back. Quote, the regression set is the piece that separates this from every other self-improving AI pitch. Without it, week 6 can quietly undo week 1. The regression set, blah, blah, blah. The regression set is the most part that people think, blah, 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 blah. There were 7 points in that post and all 3 picked the same point. 2 of them used the same 9 words to do it. And these were just the ones I screenshotted. There were more. I'm not going to tell you who wrote this. You can work it out yourself. So here's what the rest of this is. I automate my commenting too in a way. I'm going to show you the whole setup, what it costs, what it actually does, and how you can do this too ethically. Because there is a way to do this that isn't complete BS. It just isn't the one that comes in the box. I'm going to give you the skill and the process to do so. But that was someone else's post, but it happened to me this week. Somebody commented on a recent video of mine about Claude's watermarks. He told me that I missed a key point. Then he explained the point back to me at length. The thing is, I had covered it in the video, not loosely, almost bar for bar. He hadn't watched it, and neither had the thing that wrote that comment. It read the caption, it worked out a thoughtful objection, and then wrote one. Commenting is a customer acquisitions channel. For most people watching this, it's one of the cheapest avenues you can go about. So the question isn't whether the comment was good or bad. It's what somebody thinks about you after they understand what's going on. You can spend that channel, or you can burn it. And right now, a lot of people are burning it and paying a monthly privilege to do so. So why do they all say the same thing? Here's the mechanism. Give a model somebody's post and ask it to give an insightful comment. It will reach past the headline item and pick the quietest thing on the list and praise it for the thing that everybody's overlooking. That isn't a bug, it's the most defensible move available to something that has to sound insightful without knowing anything. Praising the obvious point is shallow. Disagreeing is risky, too risky. Picking the quiet one and calling it important is depth. And it costs nothing to be wrong about. And that's why 4 people, perhaps running 4 different tooling setups, got the exact same result. They aren't copying each other, but they're all solving an identical problem. And there's only one safe way to solve it. But readers have started to spot it, and that's the part nobody's priced yet. But the tools are not the problem, and I want to be clear about this because I automate myself, and I have no problem defending the way I do it to anybody. The software is good, but what's going out is the default. And a default has to work for everybody, which means it cannot sound like anybody. That's not a flaw in the product. That's literally what the word default means. Nobody changed it. That's the whole story. So here's mine. Twice a day, I get a message in Slack summarizing various posts, a link and 2 draft comments in my voice. I read the line, pick the one I want, and paste it into the comment section myself. If it doesn't sound like something I'd say, I use Wispr Flow to just speak it into existence. But at the very least, I know the post is going to be something worthy me taking the time to post on because that's the system I've created. That's the entire product. No dashboard, no web app, just Slack because it's easy and I know I'm going to look at it. Underneath, there's 14 simple files of relatively plain Node. It scrapes a watch list once, drops anything already sent, kills the junk, classifies what's left, and only writes drafts for posts worth writing for. Every skip is logged with a reason, so I can audit the filter instead of trusting it. But here's 3 decisions I won't change. Nothing posts automatically. Not because I'm precious, because a human read is the only thing between me and those 3 comments that we saw earlier. But the more this engine spins, the better and closer it gets to who you are. So how can you do this too? I'm giving you the files. These are the key ones: a skill file and a questionnaire. In the skill file, there is a whole lot of guardrails that is typical AI jargon on what to avoid. The guardrails are arguably the single most important thing here to stop you from wasting your own time, and so you don't sound like a bot. The other file is a questionnaire. Maybe you've done this already, but having a thorough understanding of who you are and how you speak is extremely important. I would highly recommend doing this with Wispr Flow or an adjacent application, because when you are speaking, it's going to be a lot more natural than if you were to be typing it. This is going to get a much clearer read on your personality and the way you speak. So what does it cost? It's about $6 a month in LinkedIn scraping, a few dollars in model calls, Slack's free, that's it. The whole thing is automated, except for that last step. It takes me about 15 minutes a day. 4 taps, 90 seconds. It's the cheapest insurance you will buy. And it's the only reason I'm allowed to make this video, and a lot of people aren't. But I used to be guilty of this, but I've changed my ways. Don't be lazy. People are starting to wake up to this, and my spidey senses say it's going to hurt people in the long run. If you want the skill package, drop a comment making me believe that you actually watched the video and you're not just a bot observing my content. Thanks for watching.